Okay. Hello, teacher and
No.
classmates. My name is Chiara Gomez, and my classmate name is Shirley Lopez. Today, we will be talking about the direct method and how it works. So we can understand a little better what the direct method is. We have to understand a basic rule, which is no translation is allowed. The direct method, or also known as the Berlin method, received its name from the fact that meaning is to be connected directly with the target language without going through the process of translating into students' native language. It's a revolution to grammar translation method. One of the revolutionists was Francis Kenyon. In the direct method, we have the verbal and non-verbal language. For example, in the non-verbal area, we have mash, think, paint, underline, read, write, listen, circle, draw, feeling, and many others that we can see in the picture.
Well, it's important to mention it about the direct method has a different names too. It's also known as a natural method, phonetical method, anti-grammatical method, and report method. So I want to explain about background. In the mid and late 19th century, Europe experienced a wave of increasing opportunities of communication due to industrialization, international trade, and travel. And it was a first to develop oral proficiency in foreign languages. The language teacher had already found grammar translation methods inadequate and ineffective in developing communicate inability in learners. So it's the most important mention that the basic principles. The classroom instructions is conducting exclusivity in the target languages. The teacher should demonstrate, not explaining only or translate. In this case, never translate, only demonstrate. Well, Chiara, explain more. Thank you.
Also, in the only everyday vocabulary and sentences are taught. We have to understand the basic vocabulary is given first. Also, the vocabulary is taught through non-words demonstration, authentic objects, pictures, and meaning, as we can see in the picture. Then, grammar is also taught inductively. There may never be an explicit grammar rule given. Do not give them rules, make them figure out their role.
Also, the basic principles, new teaching points are introduced orally in oral transmission, and both speech and listening comprehension are taught. That is important mentioning that the hearing about the words and mistakes about it. Well, about the basic principle too, the teacher by asking the student to make a choice, get him to correct his own hero, learning by myself corrections, and the syllabus is based on situation or topics, not usually or linguistic structures, and contextual topical teaching.
Also, the correct pronunciation is emphasized. We have to, when we are learning a new language, we tend to make a pronunciation mistakes that we have to emphasize so we can correct them. Also, the students should learn to think in the target language as soon as possible so they can speak it better themselves.
Well, this purpose of language learning is communication. Therefore, students need to learn how to ask questions as well as answer them. Communication first preference.
Now, let's check your understanding of the direct method. 1. Explain the difference between deductive and inductive treatment of grammar. 2. What are some of the characteristics of the direct method that make it so distinct from grammar translation method.
I want to mention it and the main principle of the direct method and compare between the grammar translation method and the direct method. So thank you very much for your listeners and bye.
Thank you very much for your attention.